Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here tonight because guess what? It's Queens Must Wear Crowns night tonight. And tonight, I wanted to come a little bit closer to you. I know every week I stream off of my page, off of the charge room page, and from YouTube. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this live and I'm going to post it later. I just wanted to stop by tonight because I wanted to give everybody a warm welcome and a warm thank you for being a supporter of my page, for being a supporter of my ministry, and just being a supporter of me. So I want to take this time out to tag some friends and to get everything going. So yeah, this part. Just tagging a few people, to let everybody know I'm on the line. Yep, I'm just tagging, right? Just tagging some people. But again, I'm super happy that everyone is okay and doing well. And I appreciate you. Truly appreciate you. Just tagging a few friends, y'all. So just give me a few minutes. Giving me a few minutes. Okay, everybody. Again, welcome. This is Wednesday night at 7. I go live Wednesday every week at 7 to present the platform for Queens Must Wear Crowns. And every week I do something different. I talk about different topics because we as women, we want to be able to speak to each other, communicate with each other, love on each other, and just know what that looks like. So many times we go through life what we feel like is alone. Sometimes we feel invisible in a room full of people, and we can't sometimes trust people to trust them with our inner feelings. And once a person hurts us, it's really challenging to trust again. But I'm here to let you know we are here today, and I wanted to talk about my book tonight. First, I want to thank everyone for giving me such love when it came down to supporting me. I truly appreciate you telling yourself to say, okay, I'm going to support her, telling your friends to say, okay, I'm going to support her. Yes. Once again, my name is Eliasa Simpson. I am the CEO of The Charge Room, Inc. I also have a page called The Charge Room. The Charge Room. Please follow me on my Charge Room page. I have a Charge Room page on Instagram. Please follow me. Please like me on my Facebook page. I'm sorry, and follow me on Instagram. And then I also have a YouTube page. The YouTube page is called The Charge Room Inc. You can go on YouTube, go in the search bar, type in The Charge Room Inc. I definitely will pop up. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm asking you to subscribe because every week between Wednesday and Thursday. For Wednesday for Queens Must Wear Crowns, and Thursday for Where Is My King. You will never miss an episode. Never miss an episode. And my ministry has come so far in such a very short period of time. I actually launched my ministry last September. I would go out and give classes for Queens Must Wear Crowns. However, during COVID, I got a little stunted, and I just was like, okay, God, well, what am I supposed to do? So he just let me know, okay, check this out. You are going to do a shift like everybody else is doing a shift. You're going to take your platform online. So I was a little hesitant, y'all. I was very hesitant, and I had a little bit of anxiety about doing so because I wasn't so comfortable getting online in front of a camera, right? However, if you want to do something in life and you determine, you're going to do what it takes. You're going to do what's required. You're just not going to do what you feel like, because when you do what you feel like doing, you get feel like results. So I am a grinder. Whatever goal I set is the goal that I receive. And I'm going to say that again. Whatever goal I set is the goal that I am going to receive. And it doesn't matter the challenges. It doesn't matter the setbacks. It doesn't matter who tries to rain on my parade. It doesn't matter how the enemy thinks he can interrupt my camp. I do know there's a God that I serve that's going to lead me out and make me victorious, period. So I trust and believe in God to whatever I do, and I pray first before I do anything. I don't care what it is, because there's so many times we go through life where we think we know so much, right? We think we know so much, and then we get twisted up, bent up, broke up, fired up into the wrong direction, and things just does not happen the way we want to, right? And then we start pointing fingers because we're angry, we're upset, we are mad, because that's what we do as humans. We have emotions and we act upon our emotions, because what we think is how we would react, and then how we would move. That's the action that we take. So what you think goes into what you feel. What you feel sparks an action, right? So a lot of times when we think we know so much, our actions do not result in the result that we desire. And then we have to go back to the drawing board. And so many times we do it and we do it and we do it, and we think we're getting somewhere. We're not getting anywhere, right? So we have to change our mindset. Change our goal, not to change your goals, but change our mindset and have a different type of strategy, and then try it again. So a lot of times we think we're stuck, or we think we failed. Sometimes it's not that you have a bad plan. Sometimes you just used your plan at the wrong time. So it's also about timing. So you have to learn how to be patient when it's your time. Don't look in everybody else's lane and compare yourself to other people. Again, that sparks up some emotions, right? It sparks up emotions, and then there's a little bit of resentment here and there. Then it'll turn into the green-eyed monster of jealousy or envy. And these are things, again, that we're thinking. And what we think is not always what it is. Sometimes we overthink and think ourselves into a whole different gamut, and we're on the wrong page altogether. So anytime you want to do something, you pray, ask God for direction, and then you write down your goals. I don't know if anybody noticed, but if you're on my page, you will notice that every day I will post affirmations. Affirmations are statements that you speak into your life, into your future, to unlock your greatness, right? So what happens is that when you're reading the statements, they may be statements that may not necessarily pertain to you. So what it is you're going to read it, speak it, repeat it. But then when you do that, you must believe so you can manifest what you're aiming for in your life. Because a lot of times when we have our lives, we may not necessarily believe in ourselves. We may not necessarily believe in our dreams or goals or vision. How about we may not even have a vision, a goal, or a dream because we're so busy pleasing other people? Because what we do, especially women, we get up every day and have drive for everybody else. And then we don't have drive for ourselves. We're too tired when it comes to doing something for ourselves. We're always helping others. We're always caring for others. We're always doing for others. And then when it's our time, we have no energy. I'm too tired, right? You have to stop. You have to understand that you come first. You have to understand that it's about self-care. It's about self-love. It's about self-awareness, right? Because if we don't take care of ourselves, where would we be? How about this? Who is going to take care of us? Because we're busy taking care of everybody else. Because what happens is we're busy helping everybody, taking care of everyone, helping everyone getting their needs met. But who is meeting your needs? I need that question asked of yourself today. Who's satisfying your needs? Right? And if you have to sit there and bewilderment and go, that's a good question. How about this? Here's another thought-provoking question. Who is the person with the dash? Right? The dash is the person that's on the journey from the time you are born to the time you die. Who's the person on the dash? Now, think about that again, because I know that made you go, Well, let me tell you. If you don't stop in your life, because if anyone is around my age that's on this line, you have children that are grown. You may even be a grandparent, right? You worked hard and bust your behind to do the best for your child. That child has grown up and went on about their merry way, right? So once they did that, where does that leave you? Again, who's satisfying your needs? Because at that time, because you put so much effort into your children and maybe even your grandchildren, and now everyone is about their business, you kind of sat in a lost space going around in circles trying to figure out, like, what are you doing with your life? And you may feel a bit empty. And then it may go to a bit of darkness. And you just have nowhere to turn. Because you don't want anybody in your business, right? You don't want to tell nobody what you're going through. And then if you're in a relationship that went sour after you bigged it up so large and then it disappeared, disintegrated into thin air, you have no idea what to do with yourself. I got a trick for you. Not even a trick. Here's a treasure, a real nugget. Identify who you are. Go in the mirror and ask yourself, who am I? Speak your name. Speak your name and ask yourself, just like God asked me, Ilyasa, who are you? Look in the mirror or look in your phone, take a video of your phone and ask yourself, who am I? Ilyasa, who am I? Ask yourself that question. And let's see what kind of answer you give yourself. It's important, very important, that every woman identify themselves as a queen. You are the queen of the universe. You are the queen of the universe. That's called period. You're not a bitch. You're not a whore. You're not a sucker. And you never, never, ever allow anybody to treat you less than your worth. One more thing. If you allow people to treat you like you're entry level, that means in your mindset, you think you're not worth more than entry level. Your mindset has to identify that you rise up above any circumstance, that you are victorious in all your challenges, that you will not allow fear to take over your life, or you will not allow your past to define who you are in the future, or you will not allow anyone to rain on your parade. It's all about how you think, what you feel you deserve. How about this? You deserve the very best. Don't sit there being below average. Don't let anybody treat you like you're below average. I need you to identify who you are. Then I need you to identify this. What do you want? What do you want out of life? Because as your children grow up and your space becomes a bit empty, ask yourself, what do you want? And how can you fill your space so you won't sit at home and go, oh, I'm bored. What y'all doing? There's no reason to be bored in your life when it's time to build you a better you. There's no reason to sit around and ask somebody else what they're doing because you're bored. I'm quite sure that you can build your home. I'm quite sure that you can build your mind. I'm quite sure that you can build your spirit. I'm quite sure that you can build your self-esteem. I'm quite sure that you can build a vision so high that you don't think that you can achieve it, but I'm telling you that you can. Set goals in your life. I promise you, if you be consistent with yourself and identify who you are, what you want, write your vision, make it plain, and then make it happen. And don't let nothing, and I mean nothing, stop you. See, there was a time that I put everything in front of me because my self-esteem was extremely low. I would allow people to talk to me and do things to me that were just unrecognizable to my brain today. But then there was a place that I said, I don't like how this feels. I identified with how I felt. And then I remembered something my father used to say to me all the time. He said, Elisha, you are not average. You are above average. And then that thing had to stick in my head and lock itself in. But once it locked in, my self-esteem improved. My worth locked into my head. And then I was able to walk with a different type of stride. Then I became a goal orientated individual. I pretty much was that, but I couldn't identify rock solid what it was. But then when I put a name to it, and I said, no, 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 I know what I want. And I was particular about what I want. But there's a place where people watch you grow, and they watch you with this shine that's inside of you, right? They watch you and they don't say anything. They're just watching you. And then what happens is that when you plant your seeds, and then you're fertilizing your seeds, and you're watering your seeds, and you're being consistent with your seeds, plants start to grow. And then fruit comes from the plants because you consistently staying at the point of walking in your truth. A lot of times people try to plant a seed, but when you don't attend to love and care for what you have planted, you don't water it on time. You don't make sure the sun is hitting it right. You don't talk to it. You don't love it. And you expect it to still live. It's not going to live. It's going to start turning brown. You may even get a few fungus on it. You may even go outside and all the dirt is rock hard because you did not water it. That comes with relationships as well. That comes with the relationship with you. You have the ability and the power inside of you to be whoever you want to be. You have the ability and power inside of you to speak life into your life. You have the ability to say to yourself, I will live and I will not die while I'm a living creature. I will not let anybody else kill me. You have these abilities. So I just wanted to say to everyone, take time out to be patient with yourself. You have more years behind you than you have in front of you. Be grateful that every day that you wake up, every day, that you are alive, that you know what it feels for the wind to hit your face. Let yourself understand that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be in your emotions. But guess what? Don't sit there with it. Don't let it eat you alive like it's a canker sore. Don't let it tear you down to where you can't move forward. Don't let it beat you up to the point where you are treating others terrible because you treat yourself terrible. You can't love someone else if you don't love yourself. You think you are, but what you're doing is you're coming to someone with holes in your spirit, because every time something happened to you, you have a hole. Every time a ruined relationship, it's a hole. Every time it's abandonment, it's a hole. Every time it's anger, it's a hole. Every time there's anxiety, it's a hole. Every time there's abuse, is a hole, right? Then you're just a standing object with holes. And then you go try to place yourself in somebody's life and you expect that person to fix your holes. But you're not telling them that, but that's what your spirit is giving off. Because you unconsciously want somebody to nurture and care for you. You want somebody to fix you up unconsciously. and non-communicatively, right? You're doing this in your mind and you expect somebody to fix you. You got to do it yourself. And how selfish is it of you to bring your baggage to someone else, expecting them to fix it, and then you beat them up verbally and physically with your mouth or with your ways, emotionally, and then get angry that they're not receiving you. How dare you do that? I'm bringing all this to say, love you first. Place you first. Self-care. Self-awareness. Be the person that you thought you could not be. Lay your groundwork. Drop your seeds. Let me show you what dropping seeds get you. I have been on a spiritual journey for years, maybe about 15 years. And I'm going to tell you this. I was lost most times because I just didn't know what direction I want. I didn't know exactly what I wanted. I knew I wanted something different. I knew I wanted something good, but I really couldn't identify what good was. What was good to me? Because I was raised, I'm going to say, pretty good. My father was an excellent provider. I didn't want for nothing. Any man that I was with really took excellent care of me. So what's really good for me? What did I really want? And I had to sit down with myself to ask myself, what did I really want? Because again, I'm battling low self-esteem. I'm battling fears from, being scared of men and not trusting them. So it's like I sat still for so many years and I could not find myself to discover who I was. But finally something clicked and said, okay, you got to ask yourself what you want and then go do it. Now, again, I was always goal orientated, but I couldn't put a name to it. I like things. So if I liked it, I purchased it. I always had an abundance of things, right? But those are external loves. I didn't have internal love. I just had a lot of external love, right? But I needed that internal love. And when you have that internal love, that's a whole different ballgame. That's the love, the peace, the joy, right? The releasing your authority off of your life and giving it to God. That's so different. And that type of love is priceless. So once I stepped into that arena, and I'm going to give you a heavy one, y'all. I'm going to give y'all a heavy one. The power of forgiveness. I don't care what it is. If you have to think about something and it gets you angry, some way you got to split that thing up and let it go. You have to split that thing up and let it go. You have to understand the power of forgiveness, because if you don't forgive, you will live the rest of your time in misery. And misery have its own oil. Misery has its own oil of bitterness, its own oil where you can flip it on generations after you. That misery oil. And I've seen it generationally drip on families. And it's not a pretty bunch. Just not. It's not. I'm not even going to describe it like that. But it's not. The power of forgiveness is so extremely important. But I'm going to tell you this. Once you get to a place of forgiveness, your heart will feel love at its purest. God is love, and God is us. It's within us. His breath blew into our bodies, right? That's his love. So we will always be spiritually connected to him. I don't care who you are, what faith you are. Everyone has a higher power. When whoever your creator is, there is something greater than you and the energy in the atmosphere. At the end of the day, it's all about love. So once you understand that love is the key and the end result, there comes peace. There comes joy. There comes the ability just love. And it's such a beautiful feeling. Your brain just flows into beautiful levels. You elevate into a spirit that is unrecognizable. And I'm telling you this, because I placed myself in a position to let authority, my control over my life, to say, I did this. It's because of me that this happened. Because I let that go and gave it to God, I'm getting blessed upon blessings, accelerated blessings, and during a pandemic. And I'm going to tell you this. I had no idea that I had the ability to write creative expressions. Never. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I grew up in a domestic violence household, I was taught to be seen and not heard. And when I speak, there's no speaking for you. Your opinion doesn't matter. So my self-esteem was low. I thought I did not have a voice. And who cares? Like, if I'm in a crowded room, I'm totally invisible. So for many, many years, I'm in a crowded room thinking that I did not exist. Many years. So when the time came, and every time I came into the room, I tried to hide in the back. But then every time I was called to the front. And it began to happen way too often. So I had to think about it. There's something going on here that I'm missing. I'm trying to hide, and hiding is not working anymore. So now I'm constantly in the front of the room. Constantly. With that being said, I gained confidence in myself. I am confident in myself. I know how to walk my walk, and I know how to talk my talk, and I know how to not hide behind a curtain. I know how to not hide behind the window or hide behind the door. How about this? I don't want to. I want to walk in my truth every single day, because it feels that amazing. So when you take away barriers that you have layered on top of you, and you understand that every time you walk, it shouldn't be a stop sign every 2 steps you take. You should walk with a glide, walk with a stride, right? So if you're not walking with that glide and your head in a place of confidence, you need to reevaluate so you can take layers off of you to free yourself from whatever's in your past that is holding you back from your future. So I'm going to say to you this. Now that I have my confidence, now that I know that when I'm in a room, I am not invisible, that I do have a voice. How about this? God showed me that my voice was my gift. Woo! I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But now that I know my voice is my gift, guess what? Despite me still trying to hide, God said, oh, I got a trick for you. I need you to start writing. And I'm like, who, me? Nah, not me. Writing is not my thing. I like music. I like dancing. I like helping people. He was like, no, I need you to help people on a larger scale. I was like, no, but I went to school, went to college, I got my degrees, I'm good. I could just stay in my little area. He was like, no, that's not what I want you to do. I need you to write. So we back to writing. So guess what? COVID happened for a reason. Imagine you going through life fast in a fast lane. All of a sudden, your whole world shut down. Not just my world, everybody's world. Everyone's world shut down. I live in New York. I don't know where you live at, but I live in New York, and Governor Cuomo was not playing over here. He shut it all the way down for us New Yorkers. So when he shut it all the way down, and even my job shut down and sent all of us home, so I did my work all day, right? And I believe in working when I have to work, but after work, from 5:01 till the time I drop to sleep, and it could be another 10 hours. That's my time. That's my time to plant seeds. That's my time to learn how to be focused. That's my time to learn how to be consistent. That's my time to get closer to God, to find out what I need to do to be a better me. That's my time to say, what do you want, Ilyasah? That's my time. That's my time to say, this is what I want, right? That's my time. So I work for somebody else, but I also work for me, because I see a lot of people in my future. And a gentleman that used to mentor me, he's a millionaire. He said, Ilyasah, you have to learn how to manage an enterprise. And I paid him no mind. I was like, yeah, okay. He said, no. It's me telling you, because you're an awesome leader. And I have to go back and thank him. I really do. And while it's on my mind, I'm going to do it tonight. I have to go back and thank him. He said, you are an awesome leader. He said, I see so many people around you that you're helping, but I see you as this awesome leader, and you are leading, but you have to learn how to manage an enterprise. Guess what? It started as a ministry, and then it grew. So underneath my umbrella of the charge room came Queens Must Wear Crowns. That's what we're on tonight. Then came Where Is My King, the men's locker room. Then came the prayer line that I have on every Monday at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then came my anthology project. That sounds like an enterprise to me. But I'm going to start you off with this. When COVID shut down, God shut me down and sat me all the way down. My anxiety started kicking, because I was like, oh, I can't go outside, and I don't want anybody to come inside. So when I got myself in that space, I sat down with myself, because I had to take my energy and channel it out. Then came me redecorating all around my house. Then came me drawing and me painting and me writing, all at the same time. So out of that came this. So You Think You Can Pray. And I'm going to tell y'all this. This book is a result of me sitting down with God, praying and telling him what I want. Not only that did it come out like that, he told me what I was going to do, because again, I'm no writer. I'm telling God, I'm no writer. And he said, yes, you are. And not only did he say it, he made me do it, and he helped me produce it in 3 months. Okay? I'm only talking 2020 already. So from 2020, March 2020, April 2020, May 2020, June 2020, when I launched September 29th, a full book, I not only have one book, I have 4 writings that I completed from the time of March to June. 4. So I'm letting you know, anything is possible. Anything is possible. And I need you to sit down and ask yourself, who am I? And personalize it. Use your name. Who am I? And then I need you to ask yourself, what do you want? Personalize it. I need you to personalize it. I need you to ask yourself who you are and ask yourself what you want. Because, again, this is the ladies' night. Let's talk about it, right? We too worrying about getting some booty. We too worrying about who's checking for us and who we checking for. We too worried about that. We too worried about getting cute, going out, trying to snatch somebody and not caring who it is. You need to mind yourself, get back to your own business, sit down in a chair and focus on yourself. Once you let all that go and let God into your life to make you who He wants you to be instead of what you think you want from some other person, come on somebody, if we stopped trying to be erotic freaks at night with nobody in our head and say, God, do it for me, we gonna talk about it. We have to let all that go. We have to stop trying to be, oh, I got this bag, I got this shoe, I'm going here, I'm doing this, I'm going there. Take all of that external love y'all got and find your internal love and patch up them holes that you walking around with. Let's talk about it. We have to stop blaming everybody else for our unhappiness. Everything ends and begins with you. You wonder why men ain't, and you wonder why men are, it's not them, it's you. Because check this out, y'all are accepting their nasty behavior. Just to have a piece of man. Oh, I'd rather have a piece of man than no man. Let me tell you something. I don't have no man. Not one man in my life. And I'm good with it. However, I do want to be a wife. I am single and I am looking. However, I'm not looking like that. I'm available. It's us that sits and accepts the garbage that men drop at our doorsteps. Oh, let me fix him up. His girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend or his wife or his ex-wife, first of all, mind who you talking to. Don't mess with nobody else. Man, husband, friend. Don't do none of that. You want what's for you. God will send you somebody, but I bet you he's not attached to nobody. I guarantee you that. You got to believe and trust God that God is going to come through for you the way you need to come through for. He didn't build us to be by ourselves. He didn't build man to be by himself. He built woman from man, the rib of the man, after he blew breath in his body because he needed a helpmate, okay? So it's not for you to go pick and choose anybody because anybody will do. Anybody will not do. Anybody will not do. You have to stop in your tracks. Think about your behavior. Think about what you want. Think about who you are. Think about who you want to be. What's the end game here? What is your end game? Ask yourself, what is your end game? Is your end game to be a hot mess? Or is it your end game to be a queen that must wear her crown? Which one do you want? You don't want nobody talking about you. Not that you should care anyway, but mind your behavior. Mind your behavior. We all grown here. We get horny too. Yes, however, it comes with a cost. It comes with a cost. There's a certain way as a queen you should behave. There's a certain way as a queen that you should pray. Not just to pray, really pray. You feel you missing something, you asking the wrong people. There's only one that you should be asking, and that's God. Only one. Okay? Don't ask Sister Girl. Don't ask Peggy Sue. Don't ask Boo Boo around the corner or Cece down the street. You asking the wrong people. You are asking the wrong people the wrong things. Sit down and ask yourself again, who am I? What do I want? When you figure out who you are and then say, what do you want? And you sit down and you write that thing down and you make it plain. I got stickies everywhere up here of what I want. Everything is a sticky. Every here. This is my area that I see all the time. I'm in my office space. So write down what you want. Place it somewhere that you can see it every single day. And you read that thing every single day. You get up and you speak affirmations every single day because you have to read it. You have to speak it. You have to repeat it. And you have to believe it. If you don't believe it, it's no use of playing with that thing. It's just no use. If you don't believe what you're doing, don't think it's going to manifest for you by itself. Because once you pray and give it to God and you speak it out, you speak it into your life, it's going to manifest because you believe. You got to believe. You got to believe. You got to believe. So ask yourself, who am I? Ask yourself, what do you want? There's some gentlemen on this line too. This is messages for you too. Who are you? What do you want? Write your vision down and make it plain. Stick it up so you can read it. Speak that thing into your life and manifest it. So when you wake up to be whatever that piece of paper say so, that's what it is. And then you keep going. You keep going. You got low self-esteem. You lonely. You angry. You can't forgive. Then you need to speak life into your life right now. Speak life to say, I am head and not the tail. Speak life to say, I am not my past. I'm not going to let anxieties ruin my future. I'm not going to let my fears ruin my future. I'm not going to let old relationship ruin my future. Speak life into your life. If you're scared of things, Lord, give me strength. Let me not be scared of anything. And God does not allow you to speak to him afraid. He doesn't honor that. He doesn't honor doubt. He doesn't honor fear. He's not going to pay you no mind. You got to believe. You got to trust. You have to have faith. And you have to have patience with yourself. You have to believe in God. You have to have faith. And you have to have patience in God and that he's going to do what he say he's going to do. Because God is a way maker. He makes a way out of no way. No way. You can blink one day and have nothing in your refrigerator, and tomorrow he will bless you with a refrigerator full. Come on. Because I know I am not the one. I know I'm not the only one God is blessing out here. Because guess what? If you are on this line, that means God woke you up. He blessed you today. That means if he blessed you, you should be about principle and you should be about purpose. If he blessed you, that means you shouldn't be wasting God's time to say, I'm bored. What y'all doing? That's an insult. Use your brain. God gave you one. Fill it with everything powerful because he gave us power. He gave us power to speak. He gave us power to live. He gave us power to do whatever we want to do with our lives. So just because you don't see it in front of you, that does not mean it can't and won't happen. You gotta believe. You gotta write it down. You gotta make it plain. You gotta say so in your life. There is no reason why you sitting there unhappy. There's no reason why you sitting there saying, oh, I'm good. And you sleeping in your mother's house on a twin bed on the floor. That's not good. And you are a grown person. That's not good. You in somebody else's house with 6 kids and half y'all sleeping on a couch, a piece of a couch. Y'all got sheets on a window that should be a curtain. That's not good to say, oh, I'm good. But y'all can spend $600 on bundles of hair, go outside and get you some booty and think you're good. That's not good. Set yourself up so you can walk right. Set yourself up so you can change your mindset. Set yourself up so your future could be better than it was yesterday. Set yourself up, and the only ways you're going to set yourself up is to speak life. Speak life to become free. Speak life to have financial freedom. Speak life to have love or freedom of hate, freedom of not forgiving. Because that not forgiving thing will be the death of you. I promise you that. I promise you that. Speak life into your life so you can be a better somebody for somebody else. Speak life. Because if you don't speak life into your life, it's like you're dead while you're alive. There's too many zombies walking around here and saying, I'm good. You're not good. How your house looking? How your messy corners looking? And y'all worrying about external love? Fix that inside of you. How about that inside of you? How that inside looking? Because that inside got holes. That inside got darkness. That inside got hate. That inside got jealousy. That inside got envy. How that inside looking? You better speak life into your life so you can live your life out, because again, there's too many years behind you. You got more years behind you than you have in front of you. I promise you, if you stop today and reclaim your life, I promise you, your tomorrow will be so brighter. How about this? Your next minute will be so brighter. You stop and you give it to God. You stop and you tell God what you want. You stop and you tell yourself what you want. You stop looking in everybody else's direction and comparing yourselves to other people. You don't know what it took for them to get there. How about this? You don't even know that if their shine is a lie. But you looking at people shining. You thinking they sparkling. You don't even know if their sparkle is a lie. But you comparing, oh, look at so-and-so, they da-da-da-da-da-da. Come on here. Come on here. All that could be a lie. All that, people don't walk in their truth. There's so many people that put up a facade every single day because they don't want nobody to know their secret. And then they say they want to be transparent. You're not transparent. You walking with a secret. I don't want nobody in my business. What makes your business better than the next person's business? Everybody got business. Are you willing to help somebody? Oh, they don't even want to tell you where they get their shoes from. Oh, somebody gave it to me. Like that's the only pair of shoes made just for you. There's too many manufacturers out here getting paid. Your pockets look like theirs, but you just got holding on to so much business. If you don't share your world, God gives us gifts and talents to share. God gives us gifts and talents to be humble in all our ways. And people get information and don't even like to share it. But I'm telling you here, I'm sharing with y'all today. Speak life into your life. Ask yourself, who are you? Ask yourself, what do you want? You pray and ask God to cover you with his blood. You pray and ask God to help you learn the power of forgiveness and actually walk in it. Ask God to give you peace, love, and joy in your spirit so you can be a better person, so you can learn to love yourself and to love others better. Ask God to help you to share your love with another from your soul. The love he wants us to have. Not being selective. That selective love. That's not love. That's not walking in your truth. That's not being of your own peace and harmony. That's not what that is. Being selective. That's loving your enemy. That's helping your enemy. That's helping the people that stepped on you, cursed you out, talked about you, dragged your name through the mud. Love them too, because they need prayer too. When you can love your enemy. I fed people that could not stand my guts, even let them spend a night in my house. It's not about that. It's about sharing. It's about loving. It's about caring. God sees who you are inside your soul, and he blesses you just that way. And if somebody hurts you, if somebody dragged your heart and stamped on it, tried to make you think that you were going crazy, let them go. Forgive them. Trust me, God is going to bless you 10 times fold. Because karma works, y'all. Karma works. So don't worry about who hurt you. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about who called you a name, who called you out of character. God is going to bless you, baby. God is going to make you shine above all shine in front of everybody who turned your world upside down. And because they're already asking, Dag, she's still standing? All the stuff happened to her? Yeah, damn right I'm still standing. Not only am I standing, but God has accelerated me and elevated me beyond blessings that I even thought I could have. So I'm telling you, so you think you can pray? This book is a reflection of the manifestation that I spoke into my life because God was pushing me in a direction where he wanted me to go. The writings in this book, I wrote it for the busy person in mind. I wrote it for the person that says, I don't have time. I wrote it so you can get a nugget every time you pick up the book. You don't have to wait till in the middle of a reading go, oh, I got to go do something. No, you can read a whole something and then go do it. Receive a nugget and then come back for more. You can do it. I encourage you to not just purchase my book to support me, but to purchase my book to help you get closer to God, to help you get to a place where you can elevate in your spirit and to become more positive in your life so you can manifest a future that is abundant beyond your imagination. I pray that you pick up this book today and it blesses your life to where you never thought you could be blessed. Everyone has the best in them. You just have to crack open that shell and find it. And it takes work. It takes work. It takes work, y'all. This is not something that you can just roll over and throw it to the side. Anytime you want something in life, it takes work. It takes blood, sweat, and tears. It takes channeling your energy positively no matter what enemy tries to take you down. It takes work. It's time to worship. It's time to build your kingdom. It's time to get closer to God because COVID happened for a reason. And I'm belting out every book that I wrote. It's coming, y'all. I wrote 4 writings. 4 writings are coming. At least 4. And then I got another one on the way. Because what I did was, again, a part of my ministry, somebody blessed me. And I became a co-author in somebody else's project. That book is called I Am a Woman Empowered. I wrote a chapter in my book. And God said, you have to reach inside your soul. And you have to write about something that is holding you back in your life. Something that you tucked away deep in your spirit. And you kept on going because you had to be resilient. So I pulled it out. And once I pulled it out and I wrote it, and I wrote the last sentence, the last word, and the last period, when I tell you I was delivered and relieved, I was delivered and relieved. And ever since I did that, when I tell you I went full speed ahead, God has been on my back, my head, my feet. He's the wind beneath my feet in my life right now. So I'm birthing a whole new me every single day. And I am so happy and proud of the woman that I am becoming because God is not finished with me yet. Just like I know he's not finished with y'all yet because y'all woke up today. So every day you wake up, it's with purpose and power. Write down your vision and make it plain. Stop sitting in your emotions and allowing the enemy to come into your life to tear your brain apart. The enemy's job is to steal, kill, and destroy. The enemy's ultimate goal is massive annihilation. Okay? Massive. So he's going to seep into your mind by any means necessary and make you think anything that he wants you to think to pull you away from your destiny. We all have something not just good but great. Not just great, but something phenomenal in us. There's power. There's talents. There's gifts inside of us. Guess what? Even your job is a talent because you're excellent at it. Your career, you're excellent at it. Whatever you do, you're doing right now, that's a skill. You're excellent at it. You can also use that to prosper in your life independently. Step out on your faith. God's got your back. He's a way maker. So this book, when I tell you so you think you can pray, it's about prayer. And I'm going to hit you with something. Like, when I thought about prayer, it's like everybody could pray. But then there's those that really don't know how to pray. So this is not the tutorial on how to pray, but an example as if you follow God and let God have authority over your life. How wonderful He will turn you into the creature that He wants you to be. How wonderful. How wonderful. I'm telling you, check out my book. It's on Amazon. I have it on every reader, Kindle, Apple, everything is there. So you think you could pray. I have it online and you could get the book. And also, if you want an autographed copy, you can inbox me and I can autograph it and personally send it to you. So you could purchase it on Amazon. It's $13.99 on Amazon. And please, when you purchase the book, please take a picture of the book. Take a picture of you in the book. And please go on Amazon and write a review on the book. This is a warm read. And I'm not just saying it because it's my book. It's a warm read. It's a read that will captivate you. And a read that will grasp you and take you by the hand and gently guide you in your thoughts. This is something that will definitely get into your thoughts. It is thought-provoking. So I'm wishing you well on your journey, because I know I spoke into somebody's life today. Again, the ministry that I am of, that God birthed into me, I take it with pride and passion. The charge room is about helping people heal from being spiritually broken. And just because you wake up every day, open your eyes, get up and be a part of a daily routine, that does not mean that you're not spiritually broken. Like I said, in life, what happens is life happens anyway. We take our broken hearts and our broken dreams and our broken visions and we sweep them up and we put them in our back pockets or put them in a place where we don't want anybody to know that they're there. And we keep going and we keep going, and then something stimulates your mind to remind you that you are broken. And then it hits you all at one time. You can't collect yourself. You can't get it together. And then you start flowing in a piece of darkness. That darkness is not pretty. I was there. It feels like black quicksand that never stops pulling you down. But all I can say is, but God. Start praying, y'all. Start praying. Get my book. Read it. Let it encourage you, inspire you, and motivate you to get you some. You deserve the best you that you can be. The best you that you could be. Go get you some better you. So this is me. This is Ilyasah Simpson coming from the charge room on a Wednesday night at 7 from Queens Must Wear Crowns. And I thank you for listening. I thank you for supporting me. And I thank you for loving me. Love is love from my heart to yours. From my heart to yours. God is able. God is able. If He did it for me, I promise you, if you give Him your whole entire soul, He will give you back a masterpiece. So go hit the floor to your knees. Let God know that you are there and you receive Him with open arms, or open mind and an open spirit. Tell God you love Him. Tell Him you appreciate Him. You worship Him and He will worship you. He will show you how to worship Him. If you don't know what to say, just sit still in His presence. He will bring the words out of you. He will bring the words out of you. If you don't know what to say, sit still in God's presence. I promise you, you will have an experience. Just let go and let God do it for you. So once again, like my page, The Charge Room, on Facebook. Follow my page, The Charge Room, on Instagram. And subscribe to my channel on YouTube, The Charge Room Inc. And never miss another show again. So tomorrow we will have the men on platform on deck, because we are birthing, oh my God, we are delivering true kings, my God. They are walking in their truth, and I am so proud of them. So, where is my king? In a men's locker room, it's a platform for men, by men, about men. And we have women on there at times to challenge the men and to get, the point of view from both men and women. I see, everyone loves to talk about relationships, but relationships, remember, begins and ends with you. So fix you first. I promise you, the right mate will come along, because God is going to put them there. All things come together for the greater good, right? So I bid you a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow at 7. We're on the Where's My King platform on the men's locker room hashtag. Yes. So I see you guys next week, for This is Queens Must Wear Crowns. Everyone, have a great night.